Pumpkin!
Alright guys, welcome back to the Midwest. What's up gangatrons? Welcome back, like I just said. Let me just repeat myself already and say welcome back to the Midwest, home of all things mid, and also home of the world's most pale human being. Let's go. We've got it all here. But yeah, it is Friday, 6:45 p.m., October 25th. I'm filming this a bit late because I just kind of had a lot to do, and also I moved in slow motion as I did it, so, yeah. But don't have really too much to talk about this week. It was like a good week. It was fine. But yeah, let's get into it. On a scale of Flo Rida featuring T-Pain to G6, how fly are we all feeling today? I'm feeling pretty good. I wouldn't say I'm G6 level, but I'm definitely not Flo Rida featuring T-Pain level, which, for those who did not get the joke, if that flew over anyone's head, Flo Rida featuring T-Pain is a reference to the mid-2000s hit Low. So I was saying on like a scale of low to G6, which G6s, I believe, fly up to about 50,000 feet. So that's just kind of the range of scale that I was kind of giving. Anyways, stupid joke. Let's get into newest editions of the wall. As you can see right here, we have something new, never before seen. This is a watercolor painting that my mom did. She claims here, there's green text at the bottom, you probably can't read that, but she's claiming that it is a weird watercolor painting. I don't find it weird. I actually really like it, and I think it's a good addition to the wall. On the other side, I initially was going to display the other side, which is a very nice note for my parents, but here on this podcast, we instill confidence in people we love and the people around us. So, Mom, that's not weird. I find it beautiful. So, that's why we're displaying the watercolor painting. I really like it. I think it's cute. And I feel like it's a good addition to the wall. We still have the pumpkin here. And let's crack open the Dr. Pepper, shall we? That was beautiful. I almost just said I haven't had Dr. Pepper in a long time, and that's actually such a lie, and I'm really... Oh, wait, actually, hold on, let me put this to the mic. Or let me put the mic to... You know what I mean. But yeah, I almost just lied and said I haven't had Dr. Pepper in a long time. I have Dr. Pepper nearly every day, so I don't know why I almost just said that. That's delicious. Every time I have Dr. Pepper, it's like it's the first time. And I think that's a beautiful thing, and you don't really find that with everything. And that's why I love Dr. Pepper so much, and why I hold it so close to my heart, is when you're drinking Pepsi, well, actually, Pepsi's a terrible example because Pepsi's disgusting, but when you're drinking, like, Sprite, and you're like, you know, this is a solid drink, but it just doesn't give you that feeling of this is the best drink I've ever had, and it feels like I'm drinking it for the first time again. And that's one of the beautiful things about Dr. Pepper is that every time I drink it, I feel like I'm having it for the first time again, and it's just so good for my mental health. But yeah, anyways, let's get into the week. I did have a pretty solid week. And considering that it was just my fall break, like, I should probably be more excited, which I am, so I don't know why I said it like that. Let me restart. I had a good week, especially because it was fall break. I don't know why, I made it seem like it wasn't a good week or something. I don't know. Anyways, adding to my impressions, as we know that I am on a journey to find as many random impressions as I can possibly do, and a couple weeks ago, I discovered that, first off, I do a really good Roadrunner from Looney Tunes, and that is meep meep. And then also, I can do this is my impression of a British man. Are we ready? Madonna. Moving on. Okay. Let's start with last Saturday. I don't have my ring on. That's okay. I'll live. But starting with last Saturday, oh my god, guys, we went to Regal Cinemas. We went to Regal Cinemas, Ohio. Yep. That was beautiful. I loved it. That Regal looked so much better than mine back home, like aesthetically wise. But also like low-key, my Regal back home sets a really low bar. It's not like a very like aesthetically pleasing movie theater, I guess. But the Regal here, I'm already getting ready to throw up into the mic. I had one sip. One sip is all it takes. Thrown up into the mic. I love Dua Lipa. Did y'all see her Tiny Desk concert? It was really good. It came out just today, I think. And I've already watched it 1.5 times. It was awesome. Okay. Anyways. What was I saying? The Regal here. Oh, the Regal at home sets a really low bar. But the Regal here was actually pretty cool looking. There were like some lights and stuff. There's a little arcade. And we don't have cool lights at the Regal back home. We do have, if you look up at the ceiling at the Regal back, oh my god, I forgot to mention this, guys. I made these little guys. It's like pumpkins and ghosts. Almost 2 weeks ago now, 2 Sundays ago, I went with one of my suite mates, and we made these little yarn things. And so now I'm hanging them up in my room, and I like it. But anyways, if you look up at the ceiling at the Regal Edwards Kaleidoscope, if you look up at the ceiling, you'll see a beautiful spot of where there used to be like a leak from the ceiling. And so that's kind of what we have going on aesthetically up there. We don't have an arcade, but what I can promise you is an air hockey table that does not work and a photo booth that sucks. So that's what our Regal has to offer. I will say at the Regal here, the service was so slow. You could not catch me being so inefficient at Regal Edwards Kaleidoscope. When I'm behind the counter, I'm getting things done. I'm absolutely getting things done. I don't know if it's just, I don't know what it is, but they were so slow there. It took me like 15,000 years to get my popcorn. I mean, like, in their defense, I have a hair right here. Sorry, guys. Oh, I got it. In their defense, the butter was like behind the counter, like it wasn't self-serve like it is at Kaleidoscope, and so they had to do it. And why am I stuttering so much right now? Anyways, let me reset. Let me take a sip. Because one sip is all it takes, as Dua Lipa once said, featuring Calvin Harris. Or maybe it's Calvin Harris featuring Dua Lipa. That actually might be it. Anyways, let me stop. What was I saying? Guys, I completely forgot what I was just talking about. Oh, they had to do the butter themselves, and at the Kaleidoscope, it's just like I give people the popcorn and then they can go butter it. But they had to do it themselves, and the guy was like being nice, I guess. He was like layering it for me, but for some reason, the popper was like in one spot, and then the butter was like somewhere. I don't even see where the dude went to get the butter. Like that's how far it was. But I guess he was being nice and layering it, but he was also taking his sweet time. And all I have to say is you would not catch me being so slow at Regal Edwards Kaleidoscope. Like I don't understand like how it was even humanly possible that guy was moving so slow. But anyways, he was nice. So, but anyways, we were there to see Smile 2, which was fire movie. I would see it again. I don't know if anyone else that I was with liked it as much as I did, or would like especially to the point where they would like see it again. But I just like, I was a big fan of it, especially because it was so much better than the first one. I don't know if any of you guys remember when I talked about the first one a couple weeks ago, but the first one was like not very good. And like, you know how I was talking about how in the first one you knew how it was going to end, but And then the director or the writers or whatever, they didn't do anything to like try to like switch things up or make any sort of plot twist or anything. So you knew how the movie was going to end, and I spent the whole movie thinking about the fact like, oh, like what could they do to like make it interesting? And then they did nothing. So you just knew how the movie was going to end, and then you just watched it play out exactly the way that you knew it would. So that kind of sucked, and I thought Smile 1 was not only worse than Smile 2, but also like just a bad movie. And then I think Smile 2 was not only better, but also a good movie, if that makes sense. Because like there were a couple like really good like twists and turns and like mind tricks that happened here and there. The jump scares were good. I just thought it was a well done movie. Also, so Smile 2, it takes place like, or the main character is like a pop star, and I don't know what it is about these new movies that I've seen recently where the pop star makes fantastic music, and I wish that they were real, and I would like go pay it and see them on tour, because I think her name was like Sky Riley or something in Smile 2. There was a scene that she was like choreographing, or she was like dancing to the choreographed stuff, and like all the lights were on. It was like a rehearsal for the concert, and it was fire, and I would pay money to see that. And then also, don't even get me started on the movie Trap that came out over the summer. The one that takes place at a concert, and it's an awful movie because there's so many plot holes and very predictable, and also like super like just unrealistic. It was dumb. But I will say, Lady Raven plays the girl that's like she plays the musical artist in that movie, or she is the musical artist in that movie. And Lady Raven, I actually wish every single day that she was real, because her music was so good, and the choreography was fantastic. The vibes at the concert felt great. She seemed like a perfectly nice person. She brings out a fan on stage every show. I wish she was real. And Lauren Hambrick and I would have eaten up one of her concerts. I saw the movie with Lauren, and the whole time we were talking to each other about how Lady Raven needs to be real. Because, like, genuinely, her music was fantastic, and the show she was putting on was beautiful. Great performance. But unfortunately, she's not real, and I suffer because of that every single day. But, anyways. One funny thing about the movie, about Smile 2, was that it was a ginormous ad for Voss Water. Just huge ad for it. And it was kind of funny, but also, like, there was a part where the glass, like, the water bottle shattered on the floor, or did it? When the glass was on the floor, the Voss logo was still completely intact, and so I thought that was silly. But anyways, enough about Regal Cinemas. That was probably really boring, but I think that, honestly, sometimes I wonder, like, with my engineering degree, I get really scared about the fact that, like, everyone here at this school seems so passionate about what they do, and, like, they really want to be engineers, and it's, like, sometimes I get scared that I don't have a passion, but then I remember that Regal Edwards Cinema, Regal Edwards Kaleidoscope, I remember that those exist, and then I'm reminded about what my true passion in life is, and it's Regal Cinemas, and what can I say? Anyways, Sunday, we went to Cedar Point, which, for those who don't know, is like the Six Flags of Ohio. I don't know if anyone knows about my roller coaster journey trademark, but I used to be really afraid of them, and now I'm not, and now I think they're super fun, and I love them. I will say, though, I don't know that I've ever feared for my life as much as I have on the ride Millennium Force. That ride, I'm not kidding when you could be like, oh, I was scared on this roller coaster, and oh, like it was terrifying. When I tell you I was genuinely like scared, I genuinely thought that my life was in jeopardy, and I thought I was gonna die. Like, I sat next to Mari on it, and I just remember being like, I genuinely, a thought that crossed my mind, I'm dying with her. She's gonna be the last person I see. Bye, Mari, I love you. Because, tell me why, first off, it goes up so high, and then there's like a drop straight down that goes really fast, and when you're going up, the only thing that you can see is the sky and Lake Erie. because Cedar Point's like right on the lake, and it's like at the edge of the park. So the only thing that you could see when you're growing up is Lake Erie and the sky. And so I genuinely thought that I was gonna get launched into the lake. And then, like, the other thing that was scary about it was the only thing holding you in was a lap bar, which freaked me out because I always feel so secure. Well, not that. I always am scared that the roller coaster's going to break down when I'm on it and I'm going to die. But you feel more secure when there's, like, the ones that, like, come down like that, you know? And then they buckle. Like, I always feel like, you know, I'm not going to go flying in this one because I got something over the top of me. But the Millennium Force one, you're going up so unbelievably high. I don't know if this is correct, but I think it was the highest roller coaster I went on that day. I mean, someone maybe can fact check me. But you guys didn't even tell me there were going to be fact checkers. No one told me that there's going to be fact checkers here. That's not fair. You didn't tell me there was going to be fact checkers. Anyways, I think it felt really high and it looks really high. And in my brain, it was the highest roller coaster I went on that day. But the only thing that was holding me into the roller coaster was a lap bar. So I was like, not only am I going to get flung into Lake Erie, when I fly out and I get ejected from this, I'm going to go spinning. Like, that just seems like an awful way to go. Just spinning into Lake Erie. You know, at least I could cannonball if I was just kind of flung out. But because there's a lap bar, it's going to create a torque on my body and I'm going to go spinning. But, I mean, that actually could make for a really cool dive, though. I could, like, dive into the lake. Actually, so maybe I feel like a cannonball isn't as cool as a dive. So I guess I would prefer to get flung out with a lap bar. But I'm not kidding when I tell you that, like, I genuinely believed I was going to die on that roller coaster. But then the second I got off, I was like, I need to do that again. It was really fun, but going up was not. Because it was so high, you felt like you were going up forever. There was also this ride, Steel Vengeance, that Mari Bryan and I rode at night. And so, like, you couldn't really see what was going on because there was, like, no lighting on it. And it's also, like, it looks like it's all wood. And I don't like the idea of a wooden roller coaster because I'm like, hey, I'm actually going to die? ? Because why is this wood? Why is it wood holding me up? And it's also a massive roller coaster, so the fact that it's wood also freaks me out even more. But that ride, I've ridden it before. The Millennium Force one, I didn't ride the first time I went to Cedar Point, which was like a year ago. But I've literally ridden Steel Vengeance before, and I do not remember it going upside down. And so when we got on it, I was like, oh, it's not going to be that bad. But they make you, like, put your stuff in a locker. Like, you know, on all the rides I had my phone in my pocket, but they make you, like, pull everything out of your pockets, and then you walk through a metal detector to, like, make sure that there's nothing on you. And I just remember being like, oh, that's weird. Like, I thought it was, like, a fun roller coaster, but, I mean, it's not that extreme. So, like, why are they making us take everything out of our pockets? Wrong. Because we got on. So scary. You're going up so slow, and it's also nighttime, and there's no lighting. And so it's just pitch black, and you see the sky, and again, the water, because this is a ride is also on the edge. And you see the water next to you, and it's just like, because it's nighttime, it looks actually even scarier. And so I'm like, great, I'm going to die in the dark. I'm going to get flung into Lake Erie in the dark. And that one was really scary. I didn't think I was going to die as much as I did on the previous one, but this ride was so insane because you're going really fast. And then also, there's, like, parts that go, like, almost through, like, all the wood stuff that's holding up the higher parts. You're like going through. So there's all you can see. Well, first off, you can still barely see anything, but all you can see is just wood. And so it feels like you're just about to, like, hit wood. And then also, there were times on that roller coaster where I had no idea if I was upside down or right side up because I was just like, I can't even describe to you how that felt. It literally felt like I was doing this in the roller coaster. Like, as in, like, being upside down. It just felt like I was doing loops of being upside down. But that was a really fun way to end it. That was the last ride I went on. But Cedar Point was really fun. I had a fantastic time. It was wonderful. It was beautiful. And I really want to go again. And I want to ride that Millennium Force ride again because that was fun. Yeah, that was Sunday. Then Monday, I didn't have class. I didn't have class Monday or Tuesday because it was fall break. So Monday, I literally did nothing. I just kind of laid in bed all day. And then at night, I went to Liz and Mari's dorm, and I hung out with the baddies for a bit. But I wanted to go to bed early. I just needed like a rest day to kind of do nothing. Of course, the whole time though, I spent the whole day resting in bed, thinking about the fact that I had a lot of work to do. But instead of doing it, I just sat in bed and stressed out about it. So my rest was not relaxing at all, but then I also got no work done. So that was beautiful. And then Tuesday, still had no class. And then I locked in for a little bit, but definitely not as much as I should have. But hey, that's okay. I'll be okay. Wednesday, went to classes. Had green beans for dinner. Yup. It was delicious. My dinner that night was green beans and a Celsius. Because I had to lock in until 1:30 in the morning. I locked in with Liz. Alice was there for a little bit. But Liz stayed the whole time. And we studied for our calc exam that was on Friday today. But I didn't have 2 Celsius. I had 1. And it was my Fuji apple one because I wouldn't have it any other way. It's just what a beautiful flavor. But yeah, fast forward to Thursday, the next day, I again studied with actually, wait, no, Alice wasn't there Wednesday night. She was there Thursday night. Last night, I studied with Alice and Liz. Again till like 1:30 in the morning. And then Liz informed me that the singer of The Wanted died. And I didn't know that. No one told me that. And it was like over 2 years ago. Like 2.5 years ago he died. And just kind of in memory of him, I just want to remind everyone that The Wanted wrote one of the most lyrically beautiful and perfect songs of all time called Glad You Came. And it's, first off, a fantastic song. It's a beautiful song, and you should listen to it. But I wanna read you guys and like just kind of make sure that you remember these lyrics because it is awesome. Okay, so just listen. If you haven't heard the song before, what are you doing? If you have, just take a second to remember the beauty of this verse. Turn the lights out now. Now I'll take you by the hand. Hand you another drink. Drink it if you can. Can you spend a little time? Time is slipping away. Away from us, so stay. Stay with me, I can make you glad you came. That is so awesome. That's just simply awesome. That's the only way you could describe that. That's beautiful. And it's awesome. And I told myself I couldn't listen to that song until I made it through my calc exam, and so later in a bit I'm going to have to listen to that because I kind of forgot that I was withholding myself from listening to it. So after I film this, you best believe I will be listening to Glad You Came by The Wanted. But also rest in peace, the guy that died from that band from 2 years ago. So, yikes. But, now today. Sorry, I kind of forgot where I was going. Now we're on to today. And I had my calc exam, which I honestly couldn't really tell you how it went. It definitely didn't go great, but I don't think it went bad. And I also think that I did better than I did on my last exam, which was not very good. Definitely was some room for improvement there. However, sometimes the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I actually kind of screwed up a lot. But, I'm not going to stress about it. What's done is done. And the grades will come out in a few days. And so why stress about it until then? Until I get that Canvas notification, we're not going to think about it. Then when I do get that Canvas notification, we're going to panic and not know what to do. But that was my week. It was pretty okay. Wednesday, for some reason, I was in a really good mood. I don't really know why. I think I've been sleeping really well as part of it. I've been like getting the full 8 hours. I've been like really prioritizing that I like sleep. And it feels fantastic. I don't think until recently I've been like appreciative of sleep. In high school, I slept, but in high school I would wake up at like 5 a.m. and then like I would say bye to my mom when she would leave for work, and then I would sit at the coffee table in the dark and just kind of stare into the void while I drank coffee. And I didn't have to do that. But I did. And I was kind of going through a senior year of high school, so maybe that's why. But I've never like appreciated sleep that much. I think in high school I was like, it's beautiful if I get 5 hours, 6 hours. And now I'm like, if I don't have 8 hours of sleep, I'm gonna kill someone. But I've been feeling pretty good, and I think that it's because I've been doing a good job of like prioritizing that I sleep. And so yeah, that's good. I guess we can use that as a transition into my happiness journey TM. I guess that I'm learning that sleep is very good for that, because it makes me in a good mood. And also I've been low-key getting into naps recently. I nap about maybe 2-3 times a week now, which I used to never really nap. And I really apologize. This is my formal apology to naps, because I kind of low-key was a hater for a long time actually, but now I'm a big fan. I think they're awesome. Big nap fan. But also with my happiness journey TM, I want to talk about music really quick. I talk about music constantly all the time, and I should probably shut up about it at some point, but I don't think I ever will, because music makes me so happy. And I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I am so deeply affected by music. Like, I literally could be having the greatest day of my life, but you play like Suburban House by Lana Del Rey, and like I will feel so sad, because the music just like, I just feel it. Like I just like feel, the music is so, especially when it's good, especially when it's a song, like I love Suburban House by Lana Del Rey. Listen to it if you haven't. It's a beautiful song, beautifully sad song. But music like that I really enjoy, by artists I really like, happy or sad, whatever, angry, like I feel it, if that makes sense. And so like I'll listen to a sad song and I could be in a perfectly good mood, but I will feel so sad after I listen to it, because I literally can't even help it. My body just has to like react to music. And like on the same note, like it like works the same way with happy stuff too. I could be pretty sad, but like you put like some what? You put some Black Eyed Peas on and I'm sad, like I will be absolutely jamming out. One thing about me is I've been recently, like 2 weeks ago, like a week and a half ago, I made a playlist called Calc in de Club, because one, in de Club, we all fam, and two, when I do my calculus stuff and like when I do math homework, I like need to be blasting really loud hype music. But then also like as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, okay. Like I'm like dancing to it as I do my homework, because I literally can't control myself. I have to move when I listen to music, especially when it's like, you know, pump up music like that. But my Calc and Declare playlist has been just like really the only thing I've been playing recently, besides Carly Rae Jepsen, of course. But oh, what a beautiful playlist. I'm looking at it right now. A lot of Usher. There's a lot of like 2000s like clubbing music. Oh my god, don't even get me started on the fact that the world was not ready. Like the reason why I was born in 2005 was because the world was not ready for me to be of clubbing age in like 2008 to 2012. The world was not ready for me. I would be so dangerous, like if I was able to club like 16 years ago. I had to be born in 2005, otherwise, like, you know, who knows? I would have changed the world too much. the world couldn't handle it. That's all I have to say. But I've been playing a lot of that type of music. Even more recent stuff. A lot of Brat is in this playlist. A lot of Britney Spears, some Justin Timberlake, some J-Lo, My Queen, Orange Drink If You Know You Know, Ham and Cheese on a Roll. Of course, there's also some Carly Rae Jepsen on here. Good amount of Katy Perry, some Billie Eilish and Dua Lipa, of course, because what is a Lily Sism playlist without those artists? Some Fifth Harmony. Oh my god, y'all. Worth It by Fifth Harmony. What a beautiful song. Beautiful song. Perfect song. Also, Fifth Harmony, they were lyrical geniuses when they wrote Boss, Michelle Obama, Purse So Heavy Getting Oprah Dollars. And honestly, like, that is what I strive for. That's like my mantra. Boss, Michelle Obama, Purse So Heavy Getting Oprah Dollars. But anyways, I just love music. And it affects me so deeply. Especially if a song makes me, like, think of something else. Because one thing about me is I've never gotten over anything that's happened to me in my life. So, like, a song could make me think about something, and then I'm just even more affected by it. I was listening to a song earlier this week that reminded me of the way I felt when I watched Fleabag. And if any of you guys know my reaction to Fleabag, that absolutely destroyed me. And so I was pretty sad. And also I was thinking about rewatching Fleabag. But I think, unfortunately, that would be so detrimental to my happiness journey TM that I probably shouldn't. Because that show, like, actually wrecks me. But I haven't watched it in a long, long time. And I feel like it might be time again. I love that show so unbelievably much. It's so good. If you haven't seen Fleabag, you should watch it. But yeah, I guess that's kind of really it with music. Oh, another thing about music is I discovered a couple more Carly Rae Jepsen songs that I had to give a second chance because I guess the first time I listened to it, I didn't really like it that much. But she has this album called Dedicated that the first time I listened to it, I didn't really like it. But then I listened to it again, and there's actually quite a few bangers on it. So my apologies to Carly Rae Jepsen for underestimating her album Dedicated because it's a fire album. But yeah, perhaps if anyone is in a bad mood and they need kind of a little pump up moment, just put on some Meet Me Halfway by the Black Eyed Peas and you'll feel a lot better. That's all I have to say about that. That's kind of low-key all I have to talk about this week. I kind of zoomed through things. I have a couple notes in my miscellaneous, which is one, I thought about this when I was walking to class the other day, and it's, do y'all ever wonder how many people you're walking by are trying their hardest to hold in a fart? Or is that just me? Sometimes I just wonder, is this person I'm walking by trying their hardest to hold in a fart? Or are they actively farting? Or am I being crop dusted right now? Am I being silently crop dusted? And I came to think of that because this guy, he drove by me on his, like, golf cart, and I recognized him, and I was thinking for a second, where do I recognize this guy from? And what I recognize him from is my freshman year. In the mail room, I went to pick up a package, and I walk up to the desk, and the guy who drove by me on the cart the other day, went to go grab my package from the back, and as he stood up and he turned around, he farted. And when he farted, he kind of paused for a second and then kept walking like nothing happened. And I unfortunately couldn't laugh because it was just us two in the room and I didn't want to make him feel bad for, flatulence because it happens to the best of us. But it was really funny. And I will never forget that moment. But he drove by me and I remembered that moment. And I remembered him farting. And then just the pause that he did when it happened too. It was just, I wish I could relive that moment. But I thought about that, and then I thought about the fact that he was probably holding that fart in the entire conversation that we had leading up to the fart. And then I thought, I wonder if any of these people around me are trying to hold in a fart right now. So that was kind of the thought process behind that. But shout out to all my people holding in farts right now, I guess. You're a soldier. You're a soldier. Anyways. Dumb. That's kind of really all I have to talk about this week, guys. I'm really sorry that this was a bit of a short episode, but also, like, probably for the best, because low-key, guys, I'm getting hate comments. Is that not crazy? I would say about 40% of the comments that I've gotten are hate comments. It's hard out here. But, you know, what can I say? What can I say? People always just want to tear a girl down. I mean, look at me. Who wouldn't want to be me? And so sometimes in life, people are going to want to be you. They're going to see you. They're going to see this. And they're going to be like, I need to leave a hate comment because I feel so insecure about me and I just want to be her. That I'm going to leave a hate comment. So yeah, low-key been getting hate comments, guys. I don't really know what to do about that. Also, like, I don't pay attention to the views that my videos get, but sometimes when people ask for the link, like, I'm not subscribed to my own to my channel or to this channel on my phone, or like on any of my accounts, because that's weird to subscribe to your own thing. But so I have to like go like manually like search it up and find the link to send to people. And when I do that, I see the amount of views. And tell me why my last video got over 200 views. I made an edit of myself eating green beans, and that is what people are saying. I guess this is what I'm asking for by posting it publicly, but I genuinely just thought that I would post it publicly, but then no one would see it. But unfortunately, over 200 people have seen me make an edit of myself eating green beans. So if you're not feeling too good about yourself, just kind of take that in, and then maybe you'll feel really good and like on top of the world. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it, gangatrons. Later tonight I'm gonna be going to a party, and it's a costume party, and so I'm kind of screwed because I have nothing to wear. I don't have a costume, so I guess I have to brainstorm, because I don't have anything to wear for that. So I don't know what I would wear. So I got to start thinking about that, I guess. But yeah, this weekend I'm just going to study a bit. And so we have nothing crazy going on. Yeah, that's it this week, guys. See y'all later, gangatrons. Sorry for not uploading last week. I kind of just didn't really feel like filming. And then by the time I could have filmed, it was just like too late, and I don't want to have to edit a second video and like blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic week. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Per usual, thanks mom for watching. I love you very much. And that painting is not weird. I find it lovely. Okay, bye gang, bye mom, bye Josh, love you guys. Bye.
I gotta have more cowbell.